What's up, Leo gang? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. My name is Annie. Happy to have all the Leos as well as the cross watchers out there with me today. This is going to be your November monthly tarot. I can't believe it's November. As always, guys, please come into these messages with an open heart and an open mind. Know in advance, not everything I say will be your message. It's up to you to be able to use your discernment, your logic, your intuition to take away the messages that really speak to you, that motivate you, inspire you, confirm something you're thinking, you're feeling. Anything that feels strange or foreign, please release those messages. Feel free to revisit them on a rainy day, right? Tarot frequently has the power to predict the future, right? But never take action on anything that feels strange to you, right? Use your common logic. Oops, you got cards popping already. What else do I need to tell you? Happy November. I hope you guys had a beautiful Halloween, a beautiful October, Scorpio season. We're still in it, so let's see what we can get. The majority of these messages will be career, money, and finances, and then I will also throw in some messages about love. I don't know what else I need to tell you. We're just going to do it. So, yeah. Everything else about this video will be in the description box below, including the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media. I am the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook, Instagram.com. Check all that out if you're interested, and if not, I'm happy to have you here on YouTube. Please do like, share, subscribe, wherever you can. I would certainly appreciate it. All right, Leo, let's talk about November. Again, the timeline of manifestation is entirely up to you, but this energy, these messages that come through, these are energies that you can take advantage of, right, in the month of November, should you choose to, or in December, or in January, right? Up to you, but the energy is here for you to utilize as you see fit, okay? Let's get 6 more cards for Leo, please. 6 cards for Leo. I see a lot of you moving into a new home. First and foremost, packing up stuff and then unpacking in a new house. In a quiet, cozy little place. It might be more in a rural area. And doing a lot of time spent in the kitchen. Yes, unpacking and decorating, doing stuff inside, but specifically cooking. Some of you may be trying new recipes. I mean, certainly that may have to do with your career and finances as well if you do something in the culinary field. All right, 3 more cards for Leo. 3 more cards for Leo. I'm excited to hop in. You can tell my general spiel was just like, okay, I think that's it. Yeah, let's do it. All right, 1, 2, 3. Let's do it. All right, so bottom of the deck is the Emperor, a fantastic card to have for your career and finances spread. The Emperor, in this deck, it's called the Horned God. Very kind of Sagittarian Aries vibe there. But yeah, like spending time in the woods, woodland creatures, right? And maybe if it's not, you know, literally in the woods, it's just kind of off the beaten path. Maybe the more atypical route, doing something a little bit untraditional, or something where you feel like you don't need to be in the spotlight to do this. Leo, really? Are you retreating from the spotlight? That's sort of what I get, though. It's like you're doing some behind the scenes work because maybe there's something you're not ready to present to the world yet. It's almost like your hibernation period. And I mean, gosh, isn't that symbolic for where we are at seasonally, right? But that's sort of what I mean. There's a lot of like, if not moving somewhere, you may be traveling to see somebody and spend a lot of time with them in their home. Maybe you're visiting a parent. Maybe you're going to visit your child if they live at a distance from you. 6 of Swords to the 7 of Wands. This 7 of Wands is a very unique, very different. It's almost like some of you may feel overwhelmed by the process of, it doesn't have to be unpacking, but something pretty labor intensive where you know you're going to get through it, but it's going to make it easier by giving yourself positive affirmations like, okay, I can do this one day at a time. Like this is one of your cards, the 7 of Wands. It's like strength, courage, determination, knowing that the end goal will be worth it in the end. But yeah, there's some stuff you have to sort through. It could even be with financial things regarding a partner or an ex, or something about assets, and again, Scorpio season, right? Other people's money. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles. So that's a beautiful card. It's like a brand new start. It's a new beginning. And again, I'm getting something very kind of culinary kitchen. I don't know, maybe you guys work in the restaurant industry or something like that, but there's preparation for something big, but it's almost like you're wanting to do it in secrecy and in private, so that it's like when you present it to the public, or, you know, maybe it's just your resume you're working on, right? Whatever it is, whatever the end goal is, which I think for a lot of you is going to be presenting it out to the world. It's almost like you want it to appear effortless or something, like it was just but you want it to have a heavy impact, a major impact, all the bells and whistles, but you don't want people to see what's behind the curtain. Does that make sense to anybody out there? So let's see. So you have 2 aces. I love that. Something with horses. I don't know if any of you are moving to a property that would have a lot of animals, or visiting, I don't know, relatives who live in like the country, lots of farmland. Something with horses might be important. Some of you may be taking or riding horses, or taking horseback lessons or something like that. Are you riding on a 1-horse open sleigh? Just kidding. Let's see. So Ace of Cups is beautiful. Aces always represent new beginnings, so this could potentially be something lucrative. The fish popping right out. That seems like an opportunity, especially a job opportunity that may come out of nowhere, specifically working with 2 females. And you could certainly be one of those females, but if not, it might be like a 3-partner show or a 3-person act or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. But yeah, particularly with 2 other females who might be older than you, significantly older than you, or if they're not older, they just may have more experience in whatever field this is that you're doing. So yeah, I mean, this feels like it could be a very beautiful offer regarding some job or financial opportunity. Yeah, I see a lot of you going to hang out with like elderly folks. So very likely parents, aunts, uncles, something like that. Or maybe volunteering your time at an old folks home, or yeah, something to do with someone who, if they're not older, someone who they have an old soul. There's a lot of like wisdom. There's like a wise mentor type energy around you. It could certainly be a boss, but I feel like this is more like a cohort or a counterpart, or someone that you're excited to go visit. Someone who you probably haven't seen for a very long time, and it might be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, there's very much a teacher-student dynamic to this. So, you know, shout out to all my teachers. This could certainly be your message. But whoever it is you're going to see or interacting with, they're being represented as King of Wands, which I know is your card, Leo. So feel free to reverse the roles if it makes sense. For most of you, though, this feels like someone who's offering you some very key insight and guidance, and you're being represented more as the Page of Cups, someone who's seeking that sort of wisdom. Something about something coming down the pipeline. I think that's what this is. This is some sort of opportunity, but maybe in order to be ready to receive this opportunity, you need to build up your skills or your resume, or have more, I'm almost getting like field experience. If that's the case, it seems like this person is going to be someone who helps mentors you to get your ducks in a row, so that when an offer comes in, you're ready to receive it. Or maybe you have to apply for it, but before you can apply, it's like you need to really fine-tune your skills, you know, fine-tune the craft, so to say. Especially anything artistic or creative, even if this isn't your main source of income, though it certainly could be. A lot of you are going to be spending time painting, or doing something with like clay or pottery, or something in possibly if you have like an art studio. Oh, some of you may be buying land specifically so that you have a place to do all your art, or even like a recording studio, like padding the walls to make it like music friendly. Yeah, a lot of you are going to be doing things that are very creative, and you know, in any sort of water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, especially Scorpio season. Yeah, there's a lot of like going deep within to exorcise any creativity that's kind of looming in there, but you want to like get it out and on the canvas, right? So whatever your means of expressing yourself is, Leo, it seems like you're going to be doing a lot of that in the coming weeks. Yeah, I hate to keep reiterating, but I see packing. I see lots of unpacking and repacking and this and that. Maybe you're going on a little trip or a little vacation. Maybe you don't even know you have a trip in your future, but it seems like a lot of my Leos are going to be doing what seems to be significant travel, but for some of you, it might just be, you know, an unexpected trip comes about, but nothing to fear, nothing to be worried or cautious about. It seems like there would be a really nice opportunity. I see you almost like doting on people. That's not the right term, but almost like a nurse or a teacher, or again, working at an old folks home, like you assisting people with everyday activities. It could be children, it could be the elderly, it could just be your patients, your clients. Some of you may be showing homes. I definitely see you going into homes that are very sparse. So anybody who works in realty, something like that. And it seems like there's a lot of money to be made, but it's been stopped up. It's been very slow. As we were saying, it's like we're waiting for something to come down the pipeline. I think it does. But yeah, the heart and center of your spread is King of Wands. So to me, this is like becoming the master. I just watched that movie actually on Netflix. That was a wacky one. I don't think it has anything to do with that movie, but maybe that's confirmation for some of you who are watching that. Maybe it's something spiritual, right? Maybe it's some sort of, like a religion or spiritual type team or project. I don't know what that would be, but only because I said the master, I'm like, it's a very bizarre, kind of culty, right? I'm just kidding, Leo. It seems like something has been stopped up, but once you kind of step into the role as student and acknowledge that you still have some things to learn, it's something about sending the signs to the universe that you're more prepared, like more so now than ever, that to receive this blessing or this gift than you have been in the past. Because, yeah, there's a lot of, like, again, toiling away behind the scenes. Like, I think you're just looking to get away. I think you're looking to mix it up, and as opposed to... I know this sounds like a bit of an odd message because we've all been kind of in seclusion and quarantining. It seems like you're actually excited to do more of that right now and remove yourself from the public, so that you can really put a lot of effort into whatever this is. Give me some more, please. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this person is passing on expertise or knowledge. This could be something like a hands-on type environment, someone who's walking you through with very fine organization, very detail-oriented. They're showing you the process of how something works. Because it's almost like some of my Leos, you have a choice to go after this Ace of Cups now, or you could, whatever, enroll in a class or take a training course or whatever, then do it. This seems like most of my Leos are going to decide to hold off because they know, and I don't know how to explain this, guys, because I don't know all the details here. I'm just getting, you could go for it now, but if you really wanted to stick the landing, a lot of you recognize there's one other step you have to go through before you can essentially like open up yourself to receiving this new pay raise or whatever it is, right? There's something troubling you from your past that's holding you back. I don't know if it's like you've tried to go after this job or this role before and it went to someone else, or maybe you have mixed feelings about the person you would be working with. The Five of Swords is coming up as what's stopping up the flow of income, or again, like I heard streamlining, but this opportunity that's coming down the pipeline, you know it's coming. Your intuition tells you it is. But it's like she's trying to put pen to paper or paint to canvas, however you want to say it. But the reason why she's sort of creatively constipated, or however you want to say it, right? Five of Swords is someone who's playing head games, or someone who has this mentality of win at all costs. This could be you, Leo. I really don't know, but either way, it's for me as a reader, typically saying something in the past that didn't go correctly, the five, right? Change, chaos, anarchy. That's either provoking fear in you to go after something again, or to completely sever ties and start fresh, which I think with all these aces is very likely the case. There's something about connection to the past where, I have to be honest, the Five of Swords isn't great. It's like you're either holding a grudge or you're jealous, or it could be the opposite. You're feeling very guilty about the way you treated someone or handled a situation. Something about making this situation from your past right. I don't know what that means to you, but if that makes sense, Leo, going back and fixing something or bringing it to a conclusion that feels healthy and finished, no strings attached, that also helps to allow this opportunity come in where you feel like you can accept it wholeheartedly. For a lot of you, this may have to do with somebody you used to live with, particularly an ex or a spouse. It could be someone who had a handle on your money and you felt like they either owe you money or vice versa. There's like a little bit of awkwardness about money and sort of, again, division of assets. So this could even be with a former client or colleague, a coworker, something like that. And so I don't even know if you realize this, Leo, but something about this grudge, this resentment, I'll just say this awkward relationship with something or someone Something is still troubling you that you're holding on to mentally, air signs, right? The swords from the past where it's like you just can't put the paint on the canvas yet. It's like there's apprehension or something holding you back. This, I'm just putting it out there, especially for my artists. This could be someone who said something shitty to you once, like, oh, you're a terrible artist. No one's ever going to buy your stuff. And now it's like you're taking that on as your truth. Again, like the seeds have been planted in your head where every time you go to flex that creative muscle, you're like, oh, but like I'm not that good, or what if it's not received well, or what if there's criticism? It could be that too. I'm just giving you some different scenarios. The Five of Swords, it's like we don't want to be in Five of Swords anymore. Like it's time to move on, and you will, because that's what this is. For some of you, you just need to distance yourself from that headspace that you've been living in, maybe like a darker, more confused headspace, or you need to physically distance yourself from someone who was like really manipulative or nasty or just said some shitty things to you. 5 to the 6. The 6 is the first card that came out. So again, I'm telling some of my Leos who are going, I don't have plans to travel. I don't have plans to go anywhere. I wouldn't say that just yet because there might be, and again, I want to reinforce this would be very positive news, positive opportunity. You may get the opportunity to travel to go on some job interview, and let's just say you land the job, right? It might be like, by the way, you have to move to the city now, and you're like, oh, okay, let me take all my shit off the walls and then put them in boxes so that I can go to this new opportunity. Especially something involving culinary. I know I've said that a lot, but it's like screaming at me. So I just want to say that one more time for any of my Leos out there. Okay, moving on. Or anything in like a science laboratory, like if it's not cooking, like mixing of ingredients or, again, mixing of clays, of materials. It could be something in like an artistry. I don't know what it is, but it's like taking lots of things and combining them. So if that makes sense to anyone out there. Yeah, especially in a laboratory too. So anybody who's looking to work in the scientific field, or, you know, doctors, nurses, healers. Some of you are going to start like your own little candle shop or something. Again, mixing of ingredients and materials like melting wax and this and that. It could be done from your home as well. Even if that's the case though, I feel like you're being moved. And so again, if it's not your message, sorry, it won't be every time, but a lot of you, there's an unexpected opportunity that requires you to up and leave your current place or your residence or whatever. But it would be for some sort of opportunity where the hours fly by and you can really accomplish a lot because there's not a lot of distraction around you. It feels like there's very few people where you're currently headed. A lot of you are probably moving back in with a parent or an aunt, an uncle, a sister, or whoever, because someone may need your help with either childcare or physically if you have a parent who's kind of has trouble getting around. It seems like at least for a period of time you may move in with someone to try and help them. And while you're there, don't look at it as a death sentence, because while you're there, you actually are extremely productive, and it's like hitting the reset button for you. I just see it as very positive. Like so far, aside from this one little most of your cards are really amazing and really positive. For a lot of you, this feels like it may have to do with your mother or a Cancerian energy. This is a blessing in disguise. A lot of you may unexpectedly, again, have some sort of opportunity where you're called to move somewhere else or whatever it is. And initially you may have that gut-wrenching reaction of like, oh, I don't want to. But for most of my Leos, this will actually be a cathartic experience. And it's almost like a little retreat or a getaway disguised as some sort of opportunity, or I don't know what it is. But when you're there, it's very fruitful, especially for your creativity or your work. Anybody who can work from home, you know, which I think most of us are doing anyway, but even from your laptop or any sort of fine skill or craft, woodworking, something about that, it may actually introduce you to some sort of new thing that you're very good at naturally. You may learn some sort of new skill or talent that becomes bankable or quite lucrative. And something about this opportunity, if you've been stuck either financially or creatively, it's like the gates open. The floodgates open, where all of a sudden what was dried up or like constipated. It comes through again, and you're able to actually express yourself in a different way. Maybe there's something, maybe this Five of Swords represents something you've been wanting to say to someone, but you haven't had the proper way to do it. You've been struggling how to verbalize it or vocalize it or, again, express it. Something about the Page of Cups, it can be an expression of love, an expression of emotion that maybe it's been stopped up. You've been unable to do so. And again, it has something to do with someone either you worked with in the past, or it could be a romantic relationship, right? I'm reading for career and finances, but something good comes of this. In fact, multiple things come from this. So I know parts of this are a little bit specific Leo, and that's kind of how it goes, right? That's confirmation for those of my Leos out there who are like, oh my God, that's me. But I mean, there's pieces and parts of this that I hope resonate with lots of you out there. Let's dig deeper into this. Yeah. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This feels like some of you may have gone through a separation or a divorce or something where you may have tried like a trial separation. A lot of you still have love for this person. And again, it's like by giving it time and space, absence makes the heart grow fonder. I'm definitely sort of getting that. And again, this doesn't have to be romantic. This could be if you've always had like a rival relationship with a sibling or a difficult, strained relationship with a father or something like that. There's some healing of emotional wounds, Scorpio season, right? There's a transformation in the heart space, in how you love, in how you express your love. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Absolutely. You do have courtship though. So you may, especially if you have to up and leave unexpectedly to go take care of something. I just heard jury duty. So we'll take that with a grain of salt, but some of you maybe get called to do jury duty. You may actually kind of meet somebody during this experience. This sounds like a rom-com now, right? You move to a small town and then you meet the man of your dreams. But hey, never say never. I mean, I'd take that message, right? Why not? Man, woman, gender doesn't matter so much. 3 of Wands. Yeah, a lot of you are moving and you have to have your stuff shipped to you. It seems like you may have to move very quickly too. And I don't say this to make you fearful or stress you out. Again, it's an opportunity where I think the speed of it, it's like, oh, like I don't want to miss this. So I got to wrap it up quickly. And again, for some of you, it may have to do with a job opportunity, which I think for most of my Leos, that would make you very happy. That's so funny. Yeah, this again may have to do with the division of assets, something in a court. Let's just ask about that. So any of my Leos dealing with a court case, clearly that's coming up here, waiting for your ships to come in. Some of you have just been waiting on getting a court date. You will probably see that in the month of October or get word about it in the month of October. Waiting for your ships to come in. How will money fare for my Leos? What's the deal with this? Is there money coming in? You have to move away from it first. You have to give it space and distance. Then you get the payout. So a lot of you have been stuck waiting. Okay, so I know a bunch of people who are furloughed right now, if this makes sense to any of you. If you've been waiting on someone calling you back to, the office, wherever it is that you work, a lot of you are going to realize it's a waiting game. You're just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Again, for the 19th time, you guys get word of another opportunity, but you have to move to go towards it. But again, it's lucrative. It's showing up as King of Pentacles. So you can wait for this judgment. Are they going to open up our business again? Are they going to open up the store? Are they going to whatever? Or you can apply to other things, and when that potential Ace of Cups comes in, you can move right towards it because it seems like it's signed, sealed, and delivered. This seems like a surefire deal that there's money attached to it. Right now you have the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles, which again, both tremendous cards for career. I'm not saying one or the other is a better opportunity, only that one seems to be more stuck or more slow moving. This says to me, though, Leo, you have options. You have options. There could even be a very dynamic collaboration between you and an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or potentially another Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. A lot of you are being encouraged to go towards the King of Pentacles. So again, possibly Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, possibly a father, or somebody who you need to figure out something about the financial bind or financial ties. I keep wanting to say division of assets. Some of you, especially regarding a court case or, yeah, a division in the marriage may also, it may have left some question marks about the funding, the finances between you guys. I see that being sorted out around November. And then you end things off with the Queen of Swords. So this says it is just, it is balanced, it is equal. There is justice here in the results. I definitely see you guys hanging out in nature. Lots of nature cards, taking walks in the woods and picking, I don't know, flowers or berries or nature photography. Do I have any nature photography people out there? And cooking. Oh my gosh, you're spending lots of time making stuff in your kitchen. You may start your own recipe book or sell your own recipe book. You may start a YouTube channel about your cooking and your culinary skills. A lot of you, I just heard happy accidents. That's like, is that Bob Ross? Again, a painter, right? There's a happy accident that comes with some sort of moving you from wherever you're currently at. And I do mean your physical location, your house, your apartment, your whatever. Maybe some of you are moving into your first place, right? If you've been living with a coworker or a roommate, whatever it is. A lot of you are getting a new place. I just keep seeing that over and over. And there's like an unexpected blessing that comes from some sort of hobby you take up or something you just do for fun or you take a whack at it because someone is there showing other people how to do it. You may just sit down and be like, sure, teach me how to read tarot cards. And then somebody does and you're like, oh my God, I love this. That's what I mean. There's absolutely opportunities and unexpected opportunities that, quite frankly, some of them are going to be very lucrative, very financial, and some of them will just be simply for fun because you enjoy it and it's a healthy expression of your creativity, of you know, whatever is inside of you. We're getting that up and out in Scorpio season, right? We're expressing it in healthy, positive ways. And also because Scorpio season is so important, releasing control, issues of control, power dynamics, power struggles. I think we're over and done with that. There's equilibrium there, so we reset the scale so we're good and we can move on. A lot of you may have, again, a court case hanging over your head or something about division of assets. Maybe it's you and your roommate are fighting about who's what, you know what I'm trying to say, whose stuff is whose stuff or whatever this is, right? Again, something about that, I think it wraps up. I'm not sure if you're going to get the exact results you're hoping for. I'm going to try for that once more, but the Queen of Swords is my Libra card. It does say things will be just. So if you're trying to get stuff that isn't yours and you know it's not yours, you're probably not going to end up with it, but universe says it's fair. It's just. It's meant to be this way. So release any idea of how you think things are supposed to go and embrace what is naturally gifted to you from the universe. Keep showing up, keep doing the work, but be open to unexpected surprises because they're actually going to lead you in a beautiful direction. And again, this says if money is weird or you're still waiting to hear from jobs, what is it mentally that you're still holding on to from the past that Spirit is saying it's time to like let go? Like we need to either fix this and make it right or to stop thinking about it, right? Remove it from your headspace so that we can like allow yourself to kind of embrace the fun side of life or embrace kind of new outlets for fun and creativity and money for that matter. Some of you are waiting to hear from a Sagittarius that you were kind of in love with. We're going to transition into love soon because I can tell this is where this is heading. I don't know. A lot of you are going to decide it's too long to wait. I'm moving towards my earth sign, my Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And again, for a lot of you, universe is saying it is just. It is fair to do that. You know, if someone's keeping you waiting, the thinking man, how perfect. Yeah, someone isn't sure about you and vice versa. You might not be sure about them. And again, this could be career-wise. If a job is kind of keeping you on pause, like, well, the role is still open and we can't hire it, that's not a sign for you to just sit there and be like, okay, I'll wait. I mean, if it's important to you to have not only like an avenue of money, but an avenue of something to do to fill your time, Leo, right? Submit your name, throw your name in the ring or your, whatever it is, throw your hat in the ring. Is that the expression? Because again, you have two opportunities. I can already tell. You have the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Cups, and then you have the King of Wands, and you have the King of Pentacles. You also have the Queen. So there could be two masculine energies as well as a feminine. You also have the Magician. That's important too. Again, any Magician is mercurial energy. So any sort of career involving communication, you know, writing, speaking, teaching, anything, yeah, technology, or science and technology type related things. There's such like I don't mean to make it like gender specific, but almost like a maternal type energy, like what you kind of picture, you know, the 1950s woman. A lot of like, there's a lot of sewing, there's a lot of cooking, there's a lot of hobbies and arts and crafts. And like, I'm not looking down on that. It actually seems like a lot of my Leos would be like in their element doing that kind of nesting in the house, right? Maybe I have a lot of Cancer Leo cuspers here, in which case that makes a lot of sense. Rest and rejuvenation. Absolutely. And then you have attachment. And look, 19, that's your number, right? That's the card of the sun. That's what this feels like. So I don't know if that's exciting to hear that you guys can finally take a breath, or if you guys are antsy and rearing to do something. I gotta be honest, this whole theme is you removing yourself from the crowd and just like, this feels like spiritual awakening. By being, again, off the beaten path, by doing something a little bit atraditional, by maybe you're renting a cabin in the woods to write your novel, or whatever, you know, cliche scenario or not so cliche scenario this is. I see the month of November being very just like zen and chill and finding reasons to be grateful, even though you're still feeling a little bit stuck, even though you're waiting for something to come in. The Three of Wands says it is coming in. It just might be moving very slowly and you don't realize it. I think a lot of you are going to receive a hefty payout of something. Even if this is just you trying to sell an old car that's been sitting in your garage for years, if you start putting in the work to, you know, put messaging out there or put a new ad on Craigslist or whatever it is, something about waiting for something, it does come in the form of money after a long and difficult decision or a long deliberation, debate. Anything involving the court system, that tends to say, you know, there will be payout, King of Pentacles. Some of you may be waiting for a large sum of money so that you can move. Again, I absolutely see you guys moving into new places, new environments. Maybe you're just moving offices. Anxiety, that came up a little bit. Adjacent possibilities. Again, expect new opportunities to come. And I was going to say the bottom of the deck was perfect, but I reshuffled it. Release your control of how you think things need to turn out or should turn out, and be open to what the universe throws at you, because you do have very positive things coming through. But also, what you believe, what you say, the universe confirms. So if you keep telling yourself, I'm never going to get that job, I'm never going to feel inspired to do my poetry, I'm never going to, you know, fill in the blank, it's saying you got to check your attitude, right? There's something about this like deep, dark anxiety, right? We have to exorcise it from us. It's like, don't block your blessings. Speak it into existence. The power of positivity, Leo. You get it. You guys get it. All right, so I'm going to pull one card just on the topic of money to see what comes. Tell me about Leo's money, please. In the month of November, or whenever they choose to utilize this message. The Temple Path. You're on the right trail. You're already on the right trail, but you got to keep following it. Leo's money, let's get me a card or two about that, and then we'll transition to love. Leo's money. Two of Swords. There's something that is still clouding your brain. There's a decision that needs to be made. For some of you, it's out of your control. For some of you, it's like the powers that be need to make the decision. But again, with that, especially if this is like those who have been furloughed or who have not been, who are waiting to be called back to some sort of position or whatever, I'm sort of getting that you might be waiting a long time for this, so it would serve you well to, again, pursue other avenues. Or if this is truly, you know, the job you desire, and you know that, you know, if you wait long enough, eventually it will come to you. Something about filling your time by that whole like getaway, that rest and rejuvenation, maybe take a vacation so that you're not constantly thinking like, when am I going to get that call? When am I going to hear from them? Someone is taking a really long time about the decision with money, or there's an avoidance. Again, if you're trying to get money out of an ex or someone who owes you money, I can just tell it's going to be a while. Yeah, if you're not taking action to go in a new direction, or to, it's almost like take your mind off of this, you're doing yourself a disservice. For a lot of you, I don't know if this decision is within your power at all. So if it isn't, universe is saying, Two of Wands, look elsewhere. Do something else to either distract yourself or to find new avenues of happiness, of income, whatever it is. Then you have Wheel of Fortune coming in. Yeah, when you go in an opposite way, I have to be honest with you. When you go in an opposite way, you find new blessings that you are much more attracted to. So it makes the one that you're waiting on kind of diminish. It makes it seem less desirable. That's how I would say it. So you're asking about money. Wheel of Fortune comes in for you. I think it's slow, and I also think it's unexpected. I think it comes not by lack of effort, but it comes to you, yeah, and in sort of an unusual way. But again, it's very positive. Knight of Wands, yeah, especially for any job involving creativity. All right, should we talk about love? I guess. Let's talk about love. Chose my least sexy deck. Should I do this one? Ooh, Capricorn. Some of you are waiting on a Capricorn. Tell me about that. Tell me about Leo's waiting on a Capricorn. Judgment, a Capricorn from the past, 10 of Cups. Oh, yeah. Happily ever after. Or it's saying, bitch, they're married. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, if your Capricorn is married or with someone else, that doesn't bode well. But if you're waiting to hear back from a Capricorn, yeah, 10 of Cups says it'll be happy. Give it time. Be patient. Capricorns are slow. All right, that was random, but let's get some messages for Leo. 10 of Wands, okay. Who are we wrapping it up with? The universe is saying we're done. Pull the plug, cut the cord. Who's this with? Tell me more about this 10 of Wands. Could be with a fire sign, possibly an Aries, Leo, Sag. The one that has the cute pet. They have a cute pet or a cute animal that you like a lot. Ace of Pentacles. This person doesn't have any room in their life to make you an offer, so even if they already did, it's almost like they had no business reaching their hand out saying, I'm going to promise you the sun and the moon and the stars, because look, they can't. They don't have room to hold that pentacle, let alone give you something. Like, they don't have room in their life, and that left you feeling kind of like, well, they said they liked me, but... 5 of Cups ultimately says, ouch, that one hurt, but don't even pay it any mind, because you still got 2 cups upright. It says there's something out of this experience you can walk away with that will be more emotionally fulfilling the next time. Like, not all is lost, but I want to be specific. It's because you learn something valuable from this situation about not investing your time or your emotions in people who promise you things and don't deliver on them. People who talk the talk but don't walk the walk. It's saying in the next relationship, you're going to look out for the red flags. So pay no mind to that. It might have been with a Scorpio or a Sagittarius. Yeah, you're very conflicted. In fact, you may have had an argument with this person where it got kind of heated because, yeah, you may have been calling them out on their bullshit and they didn't want to hear it. And so what happened, though, is after you did that, I think some of my Leos were like, oh, I shouldn't have said that because I really like them, and now did I ruin my chances? Well, no, because the way I sort of see this one very specific message, like, you guys were never... It was something where you were supposed to learn something valuable about yourself in the process, but, like, this... Like, outlook not so good is an understatement here. 10 of Wands, 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles says new. Go for a new option. Maybe an earth sign will come into this later on. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, I'm going to switch decks. I don't really love this deck. Why am I shuffling it then? All right, let's do this deck. Why the heck not? All right. Leo's looking for love in or around November. We'll do a couple messages here. Where are we at for time? We're doing okay. If I can keep these under 45 minutes, I'm doing good. All right. All right, so 7 of Cups. So some of you are feeling confused because you went through a tower moment with someone, possibly another fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sag. It's difficult. It's like kind of up in the air. 7 of Cups is like, where do I stand? Where do they stand? How do I feel? How do they feel? Who do I put my time into? Either you feel like you're going through a tower moment now, or you already went through one. The thing that's sort of like saving... Or the thing that's giving you pause is that you did feel like there was like an electric, a magnetic connection there, or really good sex, right? Ace of Wands. So it's like somebody isn't totally ready to let go, but they're also not really sure if it's worth holding on. So this may be with a Pisces. Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. I'm sorry, Leo. This is kind of the same message, though. It's sort of saying... There's some secrets here or false expectations or illusions of how this could have gone. What this person is able to give you, again, 10 of Wands, is minimal. So if you're not looking for anything super solid or long lasting, if this is kind of like a friends with benefits or hit it and quit it, possibly. There's small Page of Cups, avenues of flirtation, of small offers, but again, it's the same message. The offers this person is making, they don't have much left to give. This person may already have children from another marriage. This person may work 3 jobs. So when it comes to love and romance, it's like, here's what I got. Like, it's just this tiny little Page of Cups. And it's not to say there's nothing there, but I'm being very clear. The confusion of, well, do they even have time for a relationship? No, not really. So if you know that going in, you need to set realistic expectations for what you require from this relationship. To be honest, I would look at these cards and say, save yourself the hassle. If you're looking for committed partnership, this is not the one. I know you guys are connected in some way. You know, again, this is probably a very like sexual attraction, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But you got the Tower, you got the Moon, you got the 10 of Wands, you got the 7 of Cups, you got the Page of Cups. That's the only love we have here. We definitely have the sex power. I get that. But like, this has a lot of red flags, so err with caution, especially with the Pisces, okay? All right, new messages. New messages in love. Tell me about Leo's love life. I don't know what I did with my... Oh, I do have them. I'll pull zodiac signs at the end, too. I'll try. Try to remember. All right, tell me about Leo's love life. Let's get some positive messages for Leo. What's love looking like? Although I'm not terribly surprised because, again, a lot of you, it's like you're going into the woods. You're going into seclusion. I don't know how much love is... Oh, okay, now we got some good stuff coming in. I was going to say, I don't know how much love is going to play a part in your life, but it might, you know. So you definitely have some options here. Specifically, you have another Leo, you have a Cancer, and you have a Scorpio. But you're 2 of Wands. You're like, which one do I choose? Or this is your person. Someone who's at a crossroads in terms of action they want to take with a specific person. If this is somebody else, Leo, they may end up going with the Capricorn, if that makes sense to anybody out there, right? I don't know if you would know if there's a third party. Something about this is like they're very close to the world being Saturnian energy. I'm just wanting to say Capricorn. If this is you, again, you have travel on your mind. Look at that, right? There's some sort of opportunity where you may have met someone and you're kind of interested, but it's like, well, do I have to shelve my travel plans to hang out with them? Absolutely not, Leo. Like, I am telling you, do not put your life on hold just because you met someone that you like. You know you've met the right person when they support your dreams. And if you say, hey, I got to go take this trip, they're like, okay, cool. I'll text you when you're there. Or maybe I'll come visit you. Like, that's the right person, right? This person is not trying to, again, Saturn, obstruct or delay or interfere with your plans to grow and develop on your spiritual path. This person will support you in that endeavor, right? So I'm just putting it out there. I don't think you should stick around for that person who you're like, oh, well, maybe. They will, yeah. In fact, you have a Leo coming to visit you, possibly a Cancer, or vice versa. You may be going to, I don't know if you're moving in with a Leo or a Cancer. Very likely happens in Scorpio season. I sort of sense that there's some mixed feelings about a Scorpio here. There's definitely some confusion with the Scorpio. The masked figure, the one who, something about there was a something false or an illusion, or it could have just been lies. I have to be honest, I'm getting the opposite here. You may have told like a fib or a white lie to this Scorpio or agitated them in some way, and it's like you got the stinger, you got the scorpion tail. So I don't, and again, that doesn't have to be romantic. I'm reading for love. It could be familial love, right? But there's awkwardness with the Scorpio. There may have been a fight because you may have told them a lie and they called you out on it. Yeah, this may have to do with the parent of your child, the mother of your child, the father of your child, or this could be with your parent if you are the child. Or for all I know, maybe you have a Scorpio child, Leo. Do you understand what I mean? Something about that message, the feud, especially with the Scorpio, that might be more of a family message. In fact, that might be the person you're going to see to make amends, right? All these messages may be interconnected. So that whole thing of not feeling inspired or waiting for like the floodgates to open, that may be whatever you're going back to repair. All right, tell me about this Leo. Who's a dancer? Is there someone who does dance or ballet or like jazz or I don't know, something about the dancer? Someone you met when you went out dancing? Or, okay, this is also a message too for a lot of my Leos who are, I'll say, free-spirited. It's like you're in metaphor, it's like your spirit just wants to dance and be free. Maybe you're a little bit kind of hippy-dippy. This is a beautiful card. I love it. And it is your card, Leo. Someone who you may feel is very in contrast to that. It might be an Aquarius or a Capricorn or someone who it's like they limit or restrict your fun, but you're still really attracted to them. There's going to be a mending or a healing of that relationship. And I think it's like you soften this person up. This person likes you because you're so free-spirited. And yet at the same time, it scares them because they're not that way. And so they tend to not take risks or they tend to not express themselves in the same manner you do. I actually feel like this is the type of thing where opposites attract and you guys offer each other something very beneficial. You equal each other out. I feel like that's not over yet. This person may be very dedicated to their work. Yeah, again, this could be your Capricorn as well. And some of you may haven't met this Capricorn yet, but it seems like they're coming in your future too. You may meet them once you move, because again, a lot of you are moving. Then there's also a Cancer coming into the mix here. I don't know if this is a Cancer from your past coming back in or a Cancer you meet in transit while you're traveling. Maybe you meet them at work. Tell me more about that. Despair. So there's a Cancer who there's somebody in the situation is feeling some type of way. So unless this is a person who got out of a commitment, or I'm sorry, got out of a relationship where they were very heartbroken and almost like abused by their last person, hopefully not or not any type of abuse, but hopefully not physical. It could be mental, emotional, that kind of thing. You have a Cancer coming in, so with that, I'm going to say there may be a lot of baggage there, and I don't mean that as any offense to anybody, right? We all carry around emotional baggage from past relationships, but know in advance, though, they're not coming in with a completely clean slate. They're still, they're damaged goods, that expression, so you might be the saving grace that actually, you might be the person who treats them well, but know that there might be some lingering insecurities or a little, there's like, you have to dig deeper to understand the full scenario here. So I will say, maybe don't be super judgmental or harsh with them because they are very wounded. Now, for some of you, this Cancer has already played a role in your life, and so you know exactly who this is and why they're feeling despaired or lonely, right? Maybe you used to date them, or maybe you guys had a fight. They seem like they're very, if this person isn't new, they seem like they're very determined to come back into your life and win with you. It's like they want a victory. For some of you, you might be battling this person for money, and again, the same message applies. They're like gunning it because they want the victory. I don't know. There is something about this energy where it feels a little bit tricky, like you guys have had a past, and so there's a lot of unsettled feelings, and so depending on how evolved your Cancer is, if this truly is a Cancer, it's almost like they're coming in a little bit vicious this time because they feel scorned, they feel wounded. For others of you, it's just they miss you terribly and they're lonely and they want you back. For others of you, if they don't want you back romantically, it's like they want to get you back to, taste your own medicine, that kind of vibe. So maybe you're dealing with multiple Cancers. I don't know, but this could go either way with the Cancer. Tell me a little bit more about that. This could even be someone in your family too. Gosh, Leo, there's a family drama. Again, someone who's the mother or the father of your children. Again, this could be a sibling, someone you share your mother with. They are coming back to repair it though, especially for my Leos who are starting families. If any of you are pregnant or having children, this could be either a sibling or even a friend. It doesn't have to be romantic, who I think they are coming back in to try and make it right, because here's the thing. They see you as kicking ass. It's like they see how well you're doing for yourself, and they either realize, wow, I really screwed up and I lost Leo and I want to get them back, or it's like, wow, they're doing so much better without me in their life. like, it's almost like there's a guilt, like I was really holding them back, or I wasn't allowing them to live their life, and now they're doing it and they're kicking ass. And like, this person may want to come in and offer an apology or possibly reconcile with you. It doesn't have to be a Cancer for that matter, though it probably is, I gotta be honest. It could also be a Taurus, it could also be a Libra, possibly a Capricorn, Scorpio. I got a lot here. So, all right, there's those. Let's do one more message and we'll wrap it up. Oh my gosh, 50 minutes. All right, real quick. November. One more message of love, brand new message. Let's get a brand new message. Your spirit guides. What about the crow? Hearing crows singing. Again, something about payouts from an ex. This doesn't feel brand new. Fixing your romantic relationship is also somehow going to fix your finances as well. I don't really know what to make of that, but that's the message. Some of you have an Aries coming in that is in financial debt, but if you don't hold that against them, I guess if you're not financially dependent on them, it could be a victory. You guys may end up traveling together, or you may end up going out on a date. Or again, if you're wanting to accept something new and you still have a Cancer lingering that is not doing you any justice or service, somebody is either in financial debt, or it's like you got to dig it in the earth and bury it so that it's not creeping up anymore. That's a metaphor, Leo, right? Cancer and Aries are coming in, and then Queen of Pentacles in reverse, for me, that's very much a Capricorn card. Or again, with the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles, something job related. You guys may meet an Aries at a new job, or possibly a Cancerian. Or a Taurus. Yeah, there may be marriage coming in fact, some of you may be in financial debt because you're planning a wedding, or you're seeing your money drift out the window. Yeah, because you may be marrying a Cancer, an Aries, a Taurus. And something about the Aries, or I don't know, anybody who I just named, they may already be a father. They may already have a child from a separate divorce, or they may be the future father of your child, if that makes sense. And that could be you too, right? You know, whatever gender you're interested in, so... Yeah, there is a victory and there's a wedding for some of my Leos. Again, probably with those zodiac signs I just named. So, all right, Leo, that was a long one. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what resonates for you. I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.